welcome back to a brand new video. Now, as you see by the title of this video and the car behind me, the S3 is finally back, and today's video we're going to be doing a point of view drive. But before we get out in the car and actually go for a little drive, I need to head to the petrol station and I need to do a quick walk around on the car before we leave, because people are interested in the modifications that are done to this car, so let's quickly run through it. Kicking things off at the rear of the S3, we have LED bulbs. Now, they were already here when I got the car, so I got this car from a garage. It was already modified, so I haven't actually done too much to it. I'll tell you what I've done to it in just a second, but we have the LED bulbs. I'm not sure if they come from standard. This is a 2011 Audi S3, so there we have it. It's the facelift model. We also have the Maxim Designs spoiler lip extension just there. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's carbon fiber, but at night obviously it looks black. Now, I do apologize, the car is also not clean, just like the VXR, my Focus and the S3. They all need a clean, all right? So I will get to that at some point, but I've not taken the best of care on cleaning it. So we have that. Now, the alloys are standard, the suspension is standard, and I'm pretty sure the brakes are also standard as well. We've got a couple S3 stickers. This was done by the previous owner, that was not me. The only thing I've actually done to this car is I've put the rest of the exhaust system. We have a Miltech 3-inch exhaust system. I've put pretty much the sports cat downpipe thing on it, and we do have an engine light due to that, but that's the only reason I plugged it into an OBD reader, and that's the only thing that the engine light is popping up for, which is to do with the exhaust. So everything else is completely fine. Don't worry about the engine light. We have the front of the car. Now, pretty much there's nothing actually going on with the front of the car. Besides, I actually done these. I have sequential indicators. Let me do this. Let me put the hazards on and show you quickly. If we put the hazards on, oh, the car is so warm in there. So I did these. How cool does that look? The bonnet is now up. So now going into the engine bay, as you can tell, there's not much going on. The engine cover has been removed. We've got a ram air filter induction kit, and pretty much the only thing I've had to replace myself was this PCV valve here because it was leaking. The gasket was reusable, but the PCV valve, this bit, we had a leak right at the bottom. So that's why, if you saw my last point of view drive, the car was hesitating a little bit on boost and it wasn't running its best. As you can tell, I'd be at the lights, it would be losing revs all the time, and that's the reason. The PCV valve had to be replaced. That was like 40-50 quid from Audi. Finally got that replaced, and now the car is running so much smoother. Now, as you can tell by the rear of the car, the front of the car, and underneath the bonnet, there's not much going on other than exhaust and air filter, and that is pretty much it. Like, other than that, the car is completely standard. So you're probably wondering what the last thing is. Now, the car has been remapped to 306 brake horsepower, turning this thing into an absolute animal. It's 4-wheel drive. It's an absolute beast compared to the VXR. This thing, it just absolutely rips. 306 brake. There is a dyno printout. I try and put it on the screen if I can find a picture of it. But yeah, I do have proof of that. But yeah, there it is, the Audi S3 8P 2011 facelift. It's an absolute beast. Even though I love this car, I kind of want something else. So once we go for the drive, I'll let you know what my thoughts are going on into the future about my car situation, because I change my mind all the time, and I think that is the case of being a car guy. I just constantly want something else, and it's quite annoying because it's so much money. But yeah, let's actually go out for a drive. We're going around the infamous Reading Jack Meat roundabout over at Reading Gate. We're going to go get some fuel, so we'll be heading to the Tesco petrol station, get some Tesco momentum. That's all we fill up in this car, the premium stuff, and Tesco's quite good for it. The car is running so much better now. Like before, we had the PCV valve leaking and the revs would be dropping quite a lot, like quite badly. I'd be at the lights, it'd be very hesitant. And then since I got that PCV valve replaced, I went to Audi, I paid the money, took it home, replaced the unit, and now since that, the car is running completely fine. So the engine light is on due to the exhaust, but that's the only reason. So don't be thinking like this car is broken, it's due to the exhaust. I know pretty much all my cars have engine lights on, but I promise you this is due to the exhaust. This noise from the induction kit sounds so good. Every time I drive this car, I'm like, yes, this thing is absolutely mad. So that's second gear. Oh my. I know, like, sometimes I go out in the VXR and the VXR feels quick, but not compared to this, it doesn't. The VXR feels extremely slow, so finally having this car back on the channel feels so good. with the S3. And like I said, I do have plans to actually get rid of this car. I know I'm annoying with cars. I do apologize. You keep seeing me do car reveals and then I buy them and then I want something else. So I'll run through that a little bit once we get the petrol, and then I will tell you my future plans with my cars, etc., because it might get a little bit crazy on the channel, to be fair, but not anytime soon. One thing this car is missing out is cruise control. I really wish it had cruise control. I do know you can buy the unit off eBay, get it installed, get someone to map it in, and I can have cruise control. But I just think it's a lot of work, a lot of money, especially for a car that I only really use every so often. Like, I don't daily this, I have my Focus. This is more of just like a weekend car. It's not even a weekend car because I don't drive it at weekends. I don't drive it to car shows. I mainly just drive it to, pretty much if I want to go for a drive and I'm bored at home, I take the S3 and that's pretty much it. Like, this car doesn't get driven. It's kind of sad because it does just sit there. But I mean, every time I go to start this car, go to drive it, it just works like that. Like, it's just one of them cars you can just rely on. I say that the reliability has been good so far. I just hope it doesn't change. This car, you can tell the premium difference between this and my Focus. Like, this just drives so well. It's so comfortable. The steering wheel itself, being the flat bottom wheel, just feels so good. I also do have a private number plate to put on the car. I'm yet to do that. It's been sat for about 7 months now and I've yet to put the plate on, so I should probably do that. But like I said, if I have plans on getting something else, do I want to do it and waste money? I don't know. You let me know in the comments, should I install it or not? You can hear slight induction noise. This car does need to be louder though. I feel like it's still so quiet. It's the Miltech back box, it being resonated, it lets not a lot of noise out, which I really did hope it would let a lot more noise when I got the full system. So we've got a 3-inch system. And yeah, we're running quite good now. We are dropping into a 30 zone just before we head to Tesco. We're gonna be going underneath this tunnel just over here. So we'll try and hear what the car sounds like in the tunnel. Put the window down, of course. I have to do this with all my cars. We're gonna slow down. Oh my, this sounds brilliant. Needs to be louder though. So one thing I also don't have on this car is pop and bangs. It was mapped by the previous owner when I bought the car, so I pretty much bought the car how it is. I've just done the rest of the exhaust myself. But yeah, there's no pop and bangs, which normally for an S3, these engines, people put pops and bangs on them, as you can tell by the Golf Rs and the S3s. There's loads of pop and bang maps. I've yet to get that on this car, but do I get it remapped? I don't know, because it runs like an animal at the moment. Do I want to change the aggression? Not really, because I quite like it. Since getting the PCV unit replaced as well, my fuel used to be so bad in this car. Like, it would be going through 50 pounds every 2-3 days on light driving as well. Yeah, I'd put my foot down a little bit, but light driving, like I wouldn't drive far, and it'd be using 50 quid. Since getting it done, as you can tell, I've driven for a little bit, 55 miles. If it was how it was before, I'd probably be on 20 miles. That's how much it was using. Just driving one road away, it would go down like 5-10 miles. I'd lose so much mileage, and it was just costing a fortune to daily this car. The little time I was dailying it while the Focus was going for an MOT, I had a few issues, we got that sorted. But yeah, it was just rather expensive. So we're going here at the Tesco. Now, one thing is, I can't remember what side the fuel thing's on. I think it's the left side. I actually don't know. Oh, we're on this side, that's annoying. Okay, right. Got to switch sides. Not sure if you can see that, but £25 later, I know we were sat at 55 miles. So should we see how much mileage £25 got us? That was 17 litres of fuel. So from 55 miles to, let's see, we got half a tank. How much fuel do we have? 145 miles. We're now leaving Tesco. I've just filled up with the Momentum, and I'm not too sure actually where we're going to be driving. We headed into Caversham and then a few country roads. I'm not sure exactly where because I don't know my way. I just know I'm going on the road and I'm driving and I'm taking different roads. That's all I know. So that's what we're doing today. This is not the route I wanted to take. We've just left Tesco. We're going to be heading down a few of these roads. I've got the heated seats on. They feel lovely. I've just realised I've actually just gone the wrong way. I meant to go over the other bridge. Hopefully this takes us to somewhere down there. I don't know my way around here. I don't take these roads often at all, and I normally have a sat nav on, so I know exactly where I'm going. But we're headed into Caversham now, and we're taking a left at the end of the road, and hopefully we can go to the other bridge, which I then kind of know where I am. I still don't really, but we'll see. Now, I know a few of you are keen to know what my plans are with all my cars, so let's run into it. So the Ford Focus is my daily. Doesn't have cruise control, but the Focus is not going anywhere. It's the best daily, it's cheap to run, it's cheap to insure, so the Focus is staying, it's not going anywhere. Now, unfortunately, the VXR, I am selling it, so if anyone is interested in buying the VXR, leave a comment down below or drop me an Instagram message. We're sort of deal out. I'm sort of looking around the £3,000 mark. It's on 106,000 miles, and pretty much they're going for a lot more money on that type of mileage. So mine is the cheapest on the market. Yes, there are a few problems. There's always going to be problems with every car. Besides this car's actually all right. With the VXR, a few problems, but I'm looking around £3,000. Now, if you actually are interested in the car, I will do a deal. So offer me, and then we'll get something sorted. So unfortunately, the VXR is going. I pretty much only got it to make YouTube videos on, and I just didn't really enjoy the VXR. I'll be completely honest with you. I just didn't enjoy it. I miss driving this every single time I'd be out in the VXR because the power doesn't feel like this. The comfortability on this car, is that a word? I don't know, but this is comfortable to drive. The VXR isn't. I didn't like the seats in the VXR either, where these heated seats, they work, they're nice. And yeah, the S3 overall is just a much better car, and it only took me now to realise this. I don't know why I even bought the VXR. Well, actually I do, for YouTube videos, and that was it. So the VXR is going. The S3 also as well, unfortunately, is going, but not anytime soon. I'm actually keeping this car for a while. I don't know if I'm going to do any modifications to it while I keep it, because it will be going at some point. So is there any point spending money on it for it to go for something else? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any videos on that. So my plans are for the next car is a Mark 7 Golf R. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Should I get a Golf R? That's what I want. I don't know why. I just think Golf R, cruise control. I also want DSG. That's one thing I regret about this car, is getting manual. I know the gear stick and feeding the manual gears is like brilliant, but I want DSG, and that's one thing I regret deeply about this car, just because I can take the Golf R to car shows and stuff like that, have cruise control on, because in the summer I'm constantly doing like 100+ miles there, 100+ miles back. To have cruise control would be lovely, because I'd just be sat on the motorway all the time with cruise control set at 70, and it would be completely fine. So that's my plan. We're going to get a Mark 7 Golf R. I did want an M140, but they are just far too much money, so I think a Golf R is a lot more realistic. Once this car goes and I save up for a bit, I can definitely get a Golf R. So what do we think in the comments? Leave it down below. I know pretty much these are the same engines as a Golf R. The Golf R is a hybrid turbo. I'm pretty sure it's the same, but I want a Golf R. We're now in a 50 zone. We're in third gear. That's it. 50 just like that. Although I would love to get a blow-off valve for this car, because it's not quite loud enough. To have a bit of more noises from the turbo would be brilliant. And I do love the four-wheel drive. Now, probably a lot of people are going to tell me not to get a Golf R. They're going to tell me to get a Golf GTI. Now, because it's front-wheel drive, apparently a lot of people say it's much more fun than the Golf R. But I don't know. Leave it down in the comments. What should I get? Golf R or Golf GTI? I want a Mark 7 or Mark 7.5, the facelift. I don't know yet, so we're still in early stages. Like I said, I still have the VXR and I still have this car, so the Golf R won't be happening anytime soon. But that's what I've got planned for the future. So, like I said, just please leave me opinions down in the comments. The more people comment, the better, because I get to know more knowledge about these type of cars. And I would really much appreciate it if you could all comment. Now in a 60. How is that doing like that speed that quickly? I couldn't even imagine driving something with 700-800 brake horsepower compared to this. Like, this is 300 and this feels absolutely mad. Fastest car, actually no, I've been out in a Golf R, but this is the second fastest car I think I've been in. Now that pops me into a different question. Right, so I want to start doing car reviews. So if anyone has a fast car, any type of cars, drop me a DM on Instagram. Ideally, I want it to be fast cars to begin with, and then we go, you know, out in some crazy stuff afterwards. But I think for now, I want to go out in some fast cars. So if anyone has any crazy brake horsepower cars, I'm supposed to be going out in a Toyota Chaser doing a car, not a car review. I'm just beginning going out in the car and we'll see what we get up to, because I can't guarantee we're going to do some crazy stuff. Pretty much I'm going to be going out in some rapid cars. I think it's 600 to 700 brake horsepower, this Toyota Chaser, which I have plans on going out in. So I can't wait for that. It's still in the work. So if you want to see that video, please leave it down in the comments. But that's what I've got planned for the future. I want to start doing car reviews. I say car reviews, I want to get out people's cars, because I think to experience other people's cars would be mad, experience their driving as well, and I think people would love it on YouTube, and I think that's kind of what I want to get into, as well as the car meets. I will never ever stop going to car meets / car shows. I will always film that, but I love doing the point of view drives in different cars. I love to experience other people's cars as well. I think that would just be mad. So if that is something you would like to see, leave them down in the comments. If you have a nice rapid car and you're local to the Berkshire area, or even if you can travel, I can possibly travel to you and we get something sorted. This thing is quick. I'm so glad to finally have this car back on the channel, finally be able to insure it again, because it is just too quick. It's too quick. I'm not used to it one bit. So many potholes at this lay-by, so I've just had to put the GoPro on charge. And right now, I've actually still got the GoPro plugged in on charge. So I've got a battery bank down my back. I've got a wire plugged into the GoPro, and hopefully everything should be okay. So I've just pulled into a lay-by, let it charge up to about 20%, and now that's a contraption that we have. So the GoPro did unfortunately cut off, so I've lost quite a bit of footage. We ended up going down that road a long way, taking a roundabout, coming back down this road, and we went onto a single track road by accident, had to turn around, went onto someone's land by accident, finally got off, and now this is where we're at. So this is annoying. We're leaving the lay-by now. I have a constant fear that this GoPro isn't going to be recording. I've had it happen too many times to me. I don't know why it doesn't make any noise. It should make like a, you know, your battery is at 1% and it should beep so you know when it's dead, but it doesn't do that. So I've lost so much footage today, which is annoying. It's a nice pub. This wire is getting in my way though, I can't lie, it's just hitting me on the side of the head. This wire, I should have got a longer cable. I didn't know the GoPro would die like this quickly, but it has. Right then, so I'm now going to end this video here. That was it from the Audi S3. Now you might recognise this location. We actually go here quite a bit for car meets. There's loud cars driving past. But yeah, that was it. Then a nighttime point of view drive in the S3. It's good to finally have it back out. So let me know, do you want to see more videos on the S3? Do you want me to do more point of views? Let me know in the comments. And also, please leave it down there. Should I get a Golf R or not? It won't be happening for quite some time. I still need to get rid of the VXR. And if anyone is interested in the VXR, please be sure to drop a comment. But yeah, the VXR should hopefully be going. That's going to be next, and then the S3. I don't know when it's going to go. I need to save up for a bit, and then we can finally invest into a Golf R. But yeah, that's my plans. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. If you are new to my channel, please be sure to drop a like and also subscribe. It's much appreciated, and I'll catch you all in my next video. Peace out.